Hello. Hey, Cindy. Where everybody be? Alright, I'm going to work on fixing something on OBS if I can. Hoping it'll let me fix it while it's running. Haha. It worked. Awesome. We're going to give a few more minutes, let people figure out that we're on and filter in. Showing 2 people on right now. So hello to my lurker. Hopefully we'll get some more people pop in soon. So how have you been, Cindy? Hey, Bo. We're waiting for a few to let people filter in. You been okay? That's good. I'm running solo right now. Milady is down with a migraine. So if she starts feeling better, she'll join us in a little bit. Hey, Bill. Hey, you got your package. Awesome. Yeah, it happens. She gets them so bad sometimes. She has injections that she has to do. Well, it's not that bad yet today. So she's hoping she can get it under control without having to do it. So she's just in the room with the light out. You take Topernex. Normally, with a lot of it, she can deal with it just using naproxen. But she has like prescription strength naproxen, not the over-the-counter Relieve. For when that doesn't work, then she has the home injections. That sometimes she can do it herself. Most of the time, she has to have me do it. And it's pretty bad. Those things are so hard to push down. So a lot of times it leaves a bruise on her thigh from doing it. But, I mean, I get why they do it. Because they want to make sure that people don't accidentally trigger it when they don't want to. I don't remember what it's called, though. Oh, nice. Did you make sure that it's legit? Because if it did, if I remember right, that's what, a 1/10 ounce? Awesome. Nice score, dude. That's freaking cool. I would love to find one of those in a pound of foreigns. You gotta love it when people don't know what they got. I just picked up, basically it's an 8-pound bag of just hodgepodge of, you know, it was mostly supposed to be foreign coins, but it also had 11 foreign banknotes. I found, I've already gone through most of it, and I found 8 silvers, all foreign. A number of wheat cents, including a 1909 non-VDB. 2 Indians. Granted, they're pretty beat up, but still, 2 Indians were in there. There's a Jefferson nickel with a hole drilled through the center of it. A bunch of tokens and medallions were mixed in there. Found one of the rarest of the Canadian nickel series, so that's pretty cool. It's, where'd I put it? So, 1953 no mint mark near leaf NFS. And, I mean, this thing is like proof like BU. And it lists on both NGC and Coins in Canada. For, of course, Coins in Canada, you have to do the conversion from Canadian money to American money, but it still works out the same at $3,700. So, I mean, that would, yes, please. Hey, B&K Gold. All right, well, while we're waiting for people to arrive, I just finally fixed my browser function on here. So some mint news. Wanted to cover some mint news to begin with. This is all just released today, so breaking news. So this is the new quarter program that's coming. It honors American women, and the first 2 have just been announced. So you have Sally Ride. Any of you that are old enough, you'll remember Sally Ride. She is the woman that died in the Challenger disaster. And then the other woman right here, this is Maya Angelou. And she was a famous writer. So those are going to be the first 2 women. And that's going to be starting next year, continuing through 2025. So for right now, it's a 4-year program. Obverse will continue to have the likeness of George Washington, and then of course the reverse will have whichever woman is being honored. So that's on the way for next year, and then this year, they just announced the design for the 2021 American Innovation Dollar. And I have a feeling this one's going to be kind of popular because gamers are going to really like this one. So it's a tribute to Ralph Baer, the father of video games. So that's kind of cool. And then, stretching far beyond just video games. So, yeah, that's going to be the American Innovation Dollar for this year. So, gamers are probably going to like to have that as a collectible. Kind of cool. You could listen to Maya's poetry forever. I'm not familiar with it. I've never, to my knowledge, I have never read anything of hers. But, of course, most of what I read is fantasy, so my favorite author is R.A. Salvatore. I've read almost every book in the Driss series for anybody who reads the Forgotten Realms novels. The only ones I haven't read are I think there's 2 of them out now that I haven't read, just because I haven't gotten to them yet. I'm about midway through the current one. Hey, Joe. I'll have to look it up. Definitely. All right, I also want to let everybody know that now that things are starting to calm down, both with us and with, all the COVID craziness and all that, it's going to still take some time, but I am going to start working on getting back to having more of a presence on YouTube and trying to put out more content again other than just the Monday streams. So I have been wanting to do that for a while. It's just, God, we are so busy, it's not even funny. We need longer days and longer weeks and longer months. Too much stuff to do. Like, we still got, just on the Cheapskate side, other than, of course, the normal work. This was what, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, we bought a big bag of 50 pounds of foreigns. And, Bill, I'll touch on that in a second. Those are where the foreign boxes that you guys have been buying over the last couple of weeks came from, was that new bundle of the 50 pounds. We're maybe a quarter of the way through it, just because we haven't had time to sit and focus on it. So, if I had to wager a guess, I'd say that's probably still at least minimum 8,000 coins, possibly 10,000 that we still have to go through. Again, we just haven't had time. Before we had all the other stuff going on, we'd get one of those things and we'd be able to get through it in a month, and we'd have all of it ready to go. So on the modeling side, it's new, so we're learning, and it's slowly growing. But it's a process. I think our YouTube channel for that is starting to pick up a little bit. We have a handful of videos now that have made it over 500 views. I think we're at like 55 or 56 subscribers. The Facebook group is at 259 members, I think, if I remember right. Instagram, we have 41 followers. So, yeah, it's going. It's a slow build, but it's going. Did I look up that old shilling I found? I think you're mistaking me with somebody else. I don't remember finding an old shilling. I could have. I don't know. Who knows? So much stuff goes on with me. I'm just like, oh my lord. And the foreign coin lot, that was a pine tree. I don't remember that. I'm sure I did. I have no doubt if I did find something I said I needed to look up, I'm sure I did. But, all right, we got to get this thing going because we got lots to get to. Yeah, I have no idea. Like I said, I'm sure I probably did. If it was me, I don't remember. I don't know. But probably. So, all right. What are we doing here? All right, so lots to get to on the list today. So we're not going to be doing any extras today. So we're going to be kicking straight into the banknotes today. Hey, Carl. So, Bo, hopefully you checked your all your banknotes because I'm pretty sure that there's a number of these that you don't have. So, hopefully you looked at the list and compared yours. So, we're kicking off with an uncirculated 1943 5 francs from Belgium. Going for $3. And this one is going to Bo. Congrats, Bo. All right. Next up, from Mozambique, which we don't get much from them at all, coins or currency. 1961 100 escudos. It's actually kind of a large banknote. It's much larger than a US dollar. It's uncirculated. Going for $3. Going to Bill 457. Congrats, Bill. All right. Next up, some more recent banknote here. This one is still usable. I wouldn't recommend going there, but it's still usable. This is the 2018 10 Bolivars from Venezuela, uncirculated. Going for $2. The only reason I say I wouldn't recommend going there is just because that is a dangerous place to be right now. A lot of civil war going on there. And this one's going to Bill. Here's your reverse. Cool looking critter on the reverse. I think that's an anteater. Pretty sure. By the way, if anybody needs a banknote album, I do still have one left. It's $20. Just let me know. It holds 103 banknotes. All right, next up, we got one more from Venezuela. This one's a 1992 100 Bolivars. And it's going for $2. That is Mr. Bolivar himself. Get out of the way. And this one's going to Bo. Congrats, Bo. Yeah, a lot of the big refugee issue going on right now at the border is people that came up from Venezuela trying to get the hell out of there. before they get killed. So, I mean, if you're motivated enough to walk all the way out of Venezuela, all the way through Mexico just to get to the American border, that means you need out of there bad. Next up, I've had a lot of people asking about these if we ever get them. Well, we finally have one. This is from 2006, a 20 peso from Mexico. This is one of those polymer banknotes. I know I spelled polymer wrong. But this is one of those plasticized polymer banknotes. And this one's going to Bill. Got that cool see-through window. So it's like what, Mexico, Canada, Australia, and a few other countries have switched to these polymer notes. So they'll last longer. And they're harder to counterfeit, I guess. Come on, keyboard, kick in. Alright. Couple more from Mexico today. By the way, these are all of the ones that I was just telling you guys about, that 8-pound hodgepodge of stuff. All these banknotes are from that. Don't put them in a dryer. Ben, you haven't even seen it yet. I guess you're just looking at the list. Remember, you gotta wait till I link it before you can click bin. We started that rule about, what was it, 2-3 months ago. So 1994, 20 pesos. Going for $2. Vente. I know that I am a complete Doctor Who nerd because I can't see anything like that anymore. The statue. The first thing that pops into my head is Weeping Angel. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. What can I say? Any takers at $2? Last call. Wow, nobody, huh? All right, moving on to the 2008 100 peso. Going for $2. And this one's going to Bill. Congrats, Bill. Here's your reverse, so you guys can see it. It's a Mayan culture. Mayan culture artwork is super cool. You think you wanted the other one? Bill, did you want the 2008 or the 1994? Okay, it was the 2008. All right, cool. So the 1994 is still available if anybody wants it. Yep. Got your name on it, sir. Next up, we got one from our favorite country. It's a 2001 50 piastres from Egypt. Going for $2. If anybody ever wonders where the date on Egyptian banknotes is, it's right there. 2001 in Arabic numerals. Any takers? $2. Going to Bo. Grass Bo. And in fact, if you want to take it out farther, that would be the 11th of hang on. Or no, that would be 11 would be the month. So this one was released 2001 November. I think that's 17th. Let me double check. Give me a sec. Giving you guys a little bit of education real quick. I just want to make sure I'm right. As soon as I find what I'm looking at. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. That's not helpful. I need to be in the right folder. Give me a sec. Arabic. Nope, I was wrong. 8. Okay, so of course that's the 1. So that's your 1 right there. 00. That's the 2. So 2001. So 2001. November. So the 11th month, and then that's 1/8. So the 18th of November 2001 is when this bill was printed. So a little education for you guys. I always mix up the 7 and the 8 because one of them is this and the other one is this. All right, next up. From 1943. This is a 5 francs from France. World War II era. Not the military banknotes like we have a lot. These are the actual notes that were released in France in 1943. So this one's going for $3. It was from that era. A lot of the banknotes, the actual banknotes from that era, didn't survive because, you know, paper and fire don't really get along well. And then, of course, you know, when you're in war, this is going to Bo. When you're in war, one of the things you want to do is cripple your enemy. So, you know, if you could find out the location of the mints and the banks and all of that and take those out, that messes up a country pretty good. All right, and then from the next year, $1944, 100 francs from France. So this one's not uncirculated, but it is in really good condition. I'd say this is at least an EF as far as banknotes go. Possibly even an AU. You know, obviously I am not a bill grader. I can grade uncirculateds because it's obvious that it's uncirculated. Going to Bo. Congrats, Bo. Bilbo beat you by a hair. You can't hesitate. All right, and then final banknote of the night. This is the 2017 500 rupees from India. There's Mahatma Gandhi. This one is going for $7 because you could take this straight to a bank and do the conversion for $6.69. And this one is going to Bill. Congrats, Bill. All right. If anybody decides you want the Southern Mexico, that's the 94 20 peso. It was $2. If anybody decides you want it, let me know. It's the one that's got the weeping angels. Oh, God, I'm a nerd. All right. Next up is medallions. All right, kicking off medallions is the 1972 George Washington American Revolution medallion. In the case, that's the wrong one. They're backwards. There we go. So it's still in the airtight. In the case. These are those cases that do the little flippy thing so you can display them. There's your other side. And then, of course, if you don't like the case, the airtight pops out. So you got it nice and protected in your airtight. And then it comes with your Bicentennial American Commemorative Medal. Yeah, definitely. I love seeing banknotes. All your information. Any takers at $5? Something I found interesting about these if you look at this one, it's got the date on it, 1972. But I'm going to go ahead and link the next medallion. It's the same one, 1972, American Revolution, first day of issue. So it's in the first day of issue envelope. First day of issue. But these, all of these, I've checked them all. The ones that are the first day of issue in the envelopes don't have the date, which means the date that was put on there was added later. So, I never knew that. And it is, as you can see, it's the exact same. Everything else about it is exactly the same. It's just, I guess, the original design didn't have the 72 on it, and then they decided later, let's add it on. So this one is $7, the first day of issue. That does not have the date on it. The one in the case is $5. And we're going to go last call on these. If anybody wants both of them, so you can get the one with the date and the one without, I'll do See, it would have been $12 individually. I'll give you guys a good deal on these. I'll do it for $8 if anybody wants both. That way you have the with date and the without. So you're getting $4 off if you get both. Any takers? That means you're getting the one in the case with the date and you're getting the first day of issue version without the date. All right, moving on. Next up is the 1975 Paul Revere. And again, we have both. So here's the one in the case. And again, 1975 is on the metal. But the first day of issue one no date. The date is not there. And then, so the envelope is open. So I'll just pull this out so you can see. It also comes with that in the envelope ones. There's your other side. Is there a paper with the one in the case? Yes, there is. And I'll do the same deal on these. If anybody wants both, so you get the one with the date and the first day of issue without, I'll do it for $8. Right there. 1975 Bicentennial Commemorative. Let me get it opened up. Obverse Paul Revere. Master Silversmith. Reverse Lexington and Concord. This is known as the shot heard around the world. So $5 individually or $8 if anybody wants both. And then, of course, same with the other one. It does pop out. Lexington Concord, shot heard around the world. Put that back on there. Last call. He has some in the case, but the info under the case. Yeah, it is under. You pop it open. It's right there. That is where it's at. I just had it moved so I could show you the thing better. All right, we are moving on. All right, one last one from that series, and we only have the one in the case for this one. It's from 1976. It is the Thomas Jefferson. Exact same bust design from the U.S. nickel. And again, paperwork's in there. Declaration of Independence. That's Independence Hall right there. And this one is going to Bill. Congrats, Bill. Come on, keyboard work. Thank you. All right, I'm going to give you guys one last deal on these, and then we're going to move on. So for all 4 of them that are left, you're getting the ones that have the case with the date and the envelope without. And again, case with the date, envelope without. If anybody wants all 4 as a bundle, I'll do it for $12. So you're getting them for $3 each. Any takers? All right, we're going to move on. Hey, Trent. If anybody does decide you want that bundle, let me know. All right. Next up, this one is from Las Vegas. 2002. Las Vegas Global Gaming Expo medallion. Going for $4. Any takers? All right, moving on to the 1970 West Texas University 60th Anniversary Medallion for $4. West Texas State University. James P. Cornett. All right, moving on to the 1936 Westinghouse Golden Jubilee Medallion. This one's going for $3. think I might have to stop doing medallions for a while. Granted, yeah, Jason was the big medallion guy, but now he's got Little League season going on, so he's not able to make it. So yeah, I might have to slow down a lot on the medallions till he can get back. Or till we get some more medallion fans. When's the next list coming out? I don't know. We're still working on this one. On a guess, probably Thursday, Friday, somewhere in there. Alright, moving on. Haven't even bought everything for the next list yet. Hold yours, will do. Next up, 1951. Are we there yet? This is the big American history bronze medallion proof series. This is the General MacArthur gives farewell address. Yep, I will, Bill. I'll send it after the show. And this is going for $5. You're jumping the gun. It's all good. Now, see, it'd be one thing if we, owned a coin shop and all that kind of thing and had, tons of stuff, but we don't. So, a lot of what you guys see from week to week was purchased during that week with the money that you guys spent on your coins the previous week. That's part of the reason why lists come out later in the week sometimes, is because, we'll have a week where most of the people pay on Thursday, so I have to, scramble down to the coin shops on Friday to pick up enough stuff to throw the next sale together. This is very much a week-to-week operation. What's in the back of the shop? I don't know. What's behind me? That's our foreign coin collection. That's what all those books are. Except for the top shelf on the side with the penny box, if you guys can even see that. I don't think you can see that from there. Is our few American ones. Your LCS guy used to live in Arizona, knows Rick. Cool. Very cool. Rick's a good guy. Yeah, they're actually moving their location at some point, either this week or next week. So they're going to be closer to us, which is nice. All right, moving on. To the 1949 United States and Western Europe Signed Defense Pact large bronze proof medallion. And again, going for $5. If anybody wants both of these, I'll do both for $6. That makes it $3 each. Yep, Eagle Eye is moving 2 3/4 miles from their current location to a new location. And Trent says, I will take that deal. Congrats, Trent. Alright, let me get all these out of the way. Next up, we got 3 of these available. Cheaper than we normally do them, too. Normally, we usually do these for like 10 bucks each. These are the 1965 Israel proof-like mint sets. And today we're doing them just for 5 bucks each. We got 3 available. There's all your 65 coins from Israel. Your 1 agora, 5 agora, half lira, 10 agora, your 1 lira, and your 25 agora. Almost bought a coin shop in Arizona. Cool. If we ever had the money to do it, I would like to do a brick and mortar someday. But that's a lot of money, and we are nowhere near close to that. But I'd love to do it someday. For sure. Except for that, I really don't want to deal in bullion. Just because I don't like the returns on it. Especially for a coin shop owner. The returns on it, on average, or anybody who doesn't own a coin shop, you don't know this, but the return on it is like, the average is like 3%. It is not very good. And of course, you're at the mercy of the bullion market. Last call on these, 5 bucks each. That would be the most fun job ever. I don't know about that, but it'd be cool. I think the most fun job ever, actually, personally, would be, you're not going to make incredibly excellent money at it unless you're, like, really lucky, but I think something like a photographer or, something where you get paid to travel around the world and just point a camera at stuff, I think would be one of the best jobs ever. But I also love photography, so you'd be looking for varieties, yeah, and that's all you'd be doing all day. You wouldn't be helping the customers. You'd be like, go away, I'm looking for varieties. All right, we're moving on. But, that's the main, that's like the same reason why I never went and got, I had a lot of people told me I should have opened my own restaurant because, for those of you that have been around long enough, you guys already know this, but I am a trained chef. And people have this tendency to think that just because you're a trained chef, you can run a restaurant. And it's like, no. That's a restaurateur. Restaurateurs know how to run restaurants. Chefs just cook. That's all they do. That's all we do. We cook. So if I ever had the money and decided for some reason to do that, I'd have to hire somebody who knows what the heck they're doing to run a restaurant because I don't know how to do it. I know how to cook the food. I know how to make the menus. I know how to do ordering. That's it. Thus endeth my knowledge of how to run a restaurant. All right, foreign silver. You always wanted to shoot photos freelance. One of the cool things about the Aries modeling project that my wife is doing is, of course, I'm the photographer for it. So it has enabled me to get a lot of really nice camera gear that I did not previously own. Kicking off foreign silver is 1955, sixpence Australia. 50% silver VG going for $3. So, of course, now I have a lot of nice cameras. And if anybody pays attention to my Facebook page, you know that I'm starting a new project on my own coming up that's separate from her modeling thing. I'm just going to call it Kachera Photography. And I'm actually going to be doing, the basic photography stuff. I'll be doing the portrait sets and, family portraits, all that stuff for people, special occasions for, birthdays, weddings, whatever. But it's just something that I want to do. What kind of cameras do I have? I have it's a Canon 480 SX PowerShot. I have a Canon EOS 4000D, and then my newest camera is a Canon EOS Rebel T7. And then my primary camcorder that I use is a Sony. Any takers? $3. Oh yeah, I love that camera, dude. That camera is amazing. And then, of course, I've got a myriad of lenses. Man, where's all the coin collectors tonight? I know, man. I'm on silver now and still nobody's biting. We're talking more photography than we are coins here. What's going on? Next up, 1960 shilling from Australia. This one is in very good, 50% silver, or no. I have the wrong one. There's the right one. $60 silver in fine. There we go. This one, of course, is the mountain sheep. Or goat, or whatever the heck. I think it's a sheep. Going for $4. Now I'm wondering if I forgot to put that other one on the list. Which I did. Oops. Yeah, I needed to learn some lighting stuff too. Alright, moving on. Alright, so this one I forgot to put on the list, but we'll go ahead and do it. Give me a sec. It's the 1954 shilling from Australia. 50% silver and very good. And it is going to be going for $3. So there you go, $3 on the coin that I forgot to put on the list. Going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. All right. Back to where we were at. Where are we at? It's 61 now. Okay. Be 59 this year. Well, happy birthday whenever your birthday is. Next up, 1961 shilling from Australia. 50% silver. Very good. Going for $3. Departing preserves you. I saw a thing online the other day about a guy that was celebrating his 99th birthday, and he said that going to Trent, and he said the secret to his long life is that he's kept partying his whole life. All right, next up. It was the 1953 Florin. On to Florins now. 50% silver. It is in very good for $5. Can you even buy film anymore? And this one's going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. I don't even think I ever see film in stores anymore. Next up, it's the 1959 Florin. 50% silver, very good. Going for $5. Ooh, Echochrome slides, old school. That is super old school. Going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. I remember back in the days of grade school, I hated even having to be the one to load the slides into the machine. That was just annoying. Last one from Australia is the 1960 Florin. 50% silver, very good, $5. Going to Trent. I think I actually undergraded that one. That one might be a fine. I will let you decide when you get it. All right. Moving on to Sweden. Old slide holders. Oh, yeah, they are great for 2x2s. It's basically the same design they use now for 2x2 boxes. That's where the design came from. All right, kicking off Sweden is going to be 1950 10 ore. 40% silver for $3. And very good. Going to Honey family. Hey, Honey, how you doing? Oh, give me a sec. Getting some stuff out my way. I'm actually taking a photography course right now to help me learn everything that I need to know about it. And it's actually taught by Joel Satori. Next up, 1953 10 ore Sweden. This one's got that really dark toning. It is actually extremely fine. And $3. Got like that uber dark silver toning going on. For anybody who doesn't know, going to Honey Family, who Joel Satori is, he is one of the top photographers for National Geographic. And he is the one teaching the course that I'm taking. And I have improved so much. Just, I'm only, I think, 15 lectures in to the course. And I've already improved, like, drastically. Next up, 1956. This is the 25 ore. 40% silver and very fine for $3. Love to get a Hasselblad. Going to Honey. Congrats, Honey. I know eventually I do want a Nikon for portraits because they do better for portraits. I went with Canon primarily because Canons are better for everything else, quite frankly, in my opinion. And part of the photography I like doing is astrophotography, and Canons are way best for astrophotography. 1957 25 ore. 40% silver, extremely fine for $3. Because Canons have all the software that you can actually run the camera from a laptop and process everything from a laptop while you're doing astrophotography. Nikons don't have that. Going to Honey Family. Congrats, Honey. You're in the close-up of the flowers. Yeah, one of the lenses I really want to get at some point is I want to get a macro lens for close-ups. But good Lord, those lenses are expensive. And the cheapest I've seen for a macro lens is like $1,200. This is the 1953 50 ore. 40% silver, very fine for $7. What's Asta? And what reference? Astrophotography. That's taking pictures of things in space. So like nebulas and planets and moons and all of that stuff. That's astrophotography. It's not Asta, it's Astro. A-S-T-R-O. Astrophotography. You never heard of astrophotography? Wow. All right. It's taking pictures of things very, very far away, usually using a telescope. So you have to get a special T adapter. Last call on this one, $7. 53, 50 ore. All right, moving on. Yeah, you can get them for cheaper, but they're not as good as macro lenses. Macro lenses, I mean, you can get crazy, crazy close-up magnified stuff with a macro lens. And it'll come out crystal clear. Next, we're into the Kronas now. Sweden's version of the dollar. 1943, 1 krona, 40% silver, extremely fine. Going for $8. 28 millimeter fisheye. Any takers? All right, moving on. Do the 1946 one Corona. Or the 5,000 millimeter. Dude, those things are ridiculously expensive. Now, this one does have some scratches on it, as you can see. So, because of that, this one's only $5. 1946 one Corona, 40% silver. And it is VF, other than the scratches, unfortunately, on the obverse. And the biggest lens I have right now is an 800 millimeter. And that thing does not do close-ups. Not at all. Unless, you know, you're doing a close-up of something that's, you know, 200 feet away. How about $4? Anybody want it for $4? Going to Trent for $4. Congrats, Trent. I don't mind dropping it down a bit because it's got those scratches on it. All right, next up is the 1953 one Corona. This one's 40% silver. It is in very fine. Going for $7. Well, like I said, I'm taking a course right now, dude. Taught by one of Nat Geo's top expert photographers, and he everything that he does is digital. But yeah, throw me some links if you want. I will look at it. Can never have too many sources for getting better. I've already had some people tell me that I'm better than some professionals they've dealt with, and I'm just like, that is sad if that is true. Because, you know, while some of my photos so far have come out, you know, pretty good, I guess, I still don't think they're that great. Like, even for doing the Aries modeling project, you know, for doing the photography of the models, I just don't think that... Honestly, I don't think any of my pictures have been that good. Last call on this one. Go for $7. I have no problem with film. I just like not having to develop it. because I remember how expensive that was back in the day, and I do not miss having to spend the money out on that. All right, moving on. All right, I'm getting a little bit behind here, so I'm going to start going through these a bit quicker. So if anybody wants one, jump on them. Next up is the 1954 1 krona. This one is a BU. 40% silver, going for 12. Yeah, Cindy wants you to email her the link to the digital photography stuff that you were talking about. All right, moving on. Like I said, I'm going to start rocking through these kind of quick. So if you want something, jump on it. Literally, get over to my apartment and come jump on it. So I know you want it. 1962, 1 krona, 40% silver, extremely fine. This one's going for 9. By the way, if anybody's wondering, these are all basically at half list price for what NGC has all of these coins listed at. Anywhere that I can, especially with foreign silver, I always try and get as close to half list as I can. So that way you all have plenty of room to make money off of them when you sell them. If you sell them. Or if you hand them down to your kids and they sell them. Alright, moving on. To the 1963 1 krona. This one's at a VF, going for $7. By the way, anybody who has me on Facebook, not the Cheapskate Coins, but actually has me as a friend on Facebook, I have been announcing the new Kachera photography project that's coming. So as soon as it's ready, I will be putting the link out for the Facebook page for that. So you guys will be able to, if you decide to, come and check it out and see my photography. And, of course, every now and then I'll start having pictures that I actually took as my little thumbnail pictures. I know, man. Nobody wants silver today. Moving on. Very slow day today. Next up, 1964. Of course, there's not that many people here either. This is a really slow day. Only got 8 people on right now. The 1964 1 krona. 40% silver, extremely fine, going for 9. But I'm happy to have all of you here. Or maybe everybody's just waiting for the American coins today, because I do have some pretty good ones coming today. Moving on to the 1965 1 krona in VF. Going for 7. I do need to pick up the pace, though. Definitely. Or this will be one of those nights where everybody barrels in right at the end and then I have to go through everything again. Which is fine. I don't mind doing that. All right, next up, 1966. This one's in a VF. Going for 7. Moving on to the last one from Sweden. The 1967 1 krona. 40% silver, extremely fine, going for 9. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those, let me know. Where'd my rubber band go? There it is. All right, next up we got some coins from Japan. Cambridge color. All right, I'll check it out. Not right now because I'm doing this, but I'll check it out later. All right, kicking off with Japan is the 1958 100 yen. 60% silver. Extremely fine, going for $4. And this one is going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. All right, then we got the 1959 100 yen. Extremely fine, $4. And going to Trent. Trent's has the ability to just clean house tonight because nobody else is going for anything. It's the Trent show. I'm sure you're fine with that, huh, Trent? You're like, yeah, sure. Leave everything for me. I'm good with it. All right. And then the last Japan is the 1963 100 yen. Again, extremely fine and $4. And going to Trent. Grats, grats, and grats. All right. Next up, we're going to Mexico. Give me a sec. I gotta rearrange a little bit. All right. And we're kicking off with an oldie. 1886, 5 centavo. From the ZS Mint. 90% silver, good condition for $4. Get down there. Any takers at 4? Going to Bill. Congrats, Bill. All right, next up we have 4 of these available for $15 each. And these are actually sets. The 25 centavo, 30% silver was a 4-year run of coins. And we got 4 sets that have all 4 of the years. So there's your 1950, 51, 52, and 53. We got 4 sets available for $15. That's less than $4 each. It makes it what, $3.75 per coin. So there's one set. Again, there's a 1950, 51, 52, and 53. And that one's a BU. Any takers? Here's set number 3. 51. Or 50. 51. That one's got that dark toning going on. 52. That one's got even darker toning going on. And the 53. Come on, guys. $3.75 per coin. That is a heck of a good deal. These things have more silver in them than a war nickel does. All right, moving on. Next up, we got some individuals on these. So we got the 1951 This one's an extremely fine for $3. Anybody? Moving on to the 1952. This one's an AU. Going for $4. Again, these are the 25 centavos, 30% silver. Alright, moving on to the 1953. This one's in a fine for $3. Alright, moving on. Next up is the 1951 50 centavos. 30% silver VF for $4. Yep, they also did the run with the peso for the 30% silver for that 4 years as well. So here is the 50 centavo. And this one is going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. All right. Now we're on to pesos. Starting with the 1947 1 peso. 50% silver AU for $6. And going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. All right, and as I mentioned, they did do the pesos for that 4-year run as well, and here is one of them, the first year of them. The 1951 peso, 30% silver. And this one's an AU for $8. They had a really nice, solid strikes on these for this series. I've noticed that. All right, moving on To the 1957 peso. This is when they were doing the 10% silver. This one's an extremely fine for $4. Keep in mind on these, yeah, they're 10% silver, but these are big coins. So there's still a good bit of silver in these. You have lots of foreign silver. Never such thing as too much foreign silver. Does not exist. And this one's going to Trent. No, no Cuba coins. You already asked me that like yesterday, and I said no. Then we got the 1960 10%er. Also EF, also $4. Now we actually don't get Cuba that often. Going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. Cubas are actually, because of the embargo and everything, there's not a lot of them here to begin with. And the ones that there are get snatched up pretty quick. All right, last coin for Mexico is the 1962 1 peso 10%er. Again, EF, and again, $4. And go to Trent. Congrats, Trent. If anybody wants any of these Mexicos that didn't sell, let me know. All right. Next up, we got one coin from Colombia. It is the 1953 20 centavos. 30% silver. It is hold, which is why it's only $4. And it's also got multiple die cracks on the reverse. Which, let me scope it so you guys can actually see them. So you got a big old crack right there coming down from the shield to the rim. That tried to split off into a second. And you got one from the rim to the O in Colombia. And then up here you had one starting to form. So this thing was at the end of its die life. And again, because it does have the hole in it, it's only $4. Any diggers? Anybody want it at $3? I'll go $3 on it. Still a cool coin for anybody that collects die cracks. And it's always going to have some value because of the 30% silver. All right, moving on to Portugal. One coin today from Portugal. It is the 1933 2.5 escudos. This one is a good to about good. 65% silver, going for $4. And this one's going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. All right. Next up, we are going to the Netherlands. And we're kicking off Netherlands with a 1941 10 cents. 64% silver, extremely fine. Going for $4. Hey, Silver. How you doing? Don't worry, you didn't miss the peace dollars. We're still in the foreign silvers. Looking for $4. All right, moving on. To the 1941 in VF. It's the same year, but this one is going for $3 because it's only a VF. Any takers on this one at $3? You're thinking about getting slab piece dollars, but one at a time? I mean, that's really all you have left for your collection is to now get a graded collection. Or put together, what are you on, like the 8th now? So I guess the question becomes, do you buy new ones that are already slabbed, or do you take the ones that you have and submit them? All right, moving on. To the 1944 10 cents. This one is in AU for $5. 64% silver. Oh, Bill, he's already got like 2 or 3 collections that are complete of uncirculateds. Well, except for the, I think, what, you only have 128 plain date still, right? All right, moving on. Okay, so yeah, so technically you only have one complete collection because you only have 128. And then how many 21 high reliefs do you have? This one is the 1941, 25 cents, Netherlands, 64% silver and good for $3. Glare. There we go. Any takers at $3? Going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. Trent, I'm actually amazed that you were the only one picking up foreign silver today. Like, nobody else is interested at all. All right, final coin from the Netherlands is the 1944 25. This one's an extremely fine $4. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know peace dollars, those are pretty much the two hardest ones to get. Going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. Is the 1921 high reliefs and then the 1928 plain date are the two uber key dates for that series. And then you got the semi key dates, which are basically like the 34s. The S being the biggest one of the 34. The 35s are somewhat key date, like they're like mini key dates, and then the 23 Denver is a big one. Why is the 28 so much more expensive? Because they didn't make that many, and most of them got melted down. So it's about low mintage and low survivability. So when you have that, then you have the trifecta, which is low mintage, low survivability, and then, of course, that makes high grade ones conditional rarities. All right, next we're going to Austria. Will do, Bill. We'll do that after the show. All right, we got some good-looking Austria coins tonight, so hopefully some of you guys jump on some of these. Otherwise, I'm going to start thinking there's no coin collectors here tonight. Kicking off with the 1965 shilling BU. Going for $12. When do you mail? It'll be either Wednesday or Thursday. But you already told me to hold yours. Do you not want me to hold it? Do you want me to ship it? Ship it? All right. Will do. Put that note next to you so I remember. Ship package. Got it. Going to silver for $12. Congrats, silver. You want us to go ahead and ship yours too, Trent? All right. Will do, sir. All right, then we got the 1961 5 shillings. This one's an AU for $10. 64% silver. Glare. Trying to show you guys the luster. It just keeps glaring. Hey, chef. In-laws arrived. Uh-oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Father-in-law brought your son a collection of $50. Nice. That was cool of him. Going to silver for 10. Congrats, silver. Don't worry, chef. If there's anything you want to see, we will go back over it. It's been a slow day, so there's a lot of stuff still available. Next up, 1964, 5 shillings BU, $12. Yeah, now that things are calming down for us and we're getting things back in order, I'm hoping to be able to replace my Kennedy $50 set soon that I had to sell. And I'm trying to work out something with Ramon on a trade to try and get my Ancients collection back. But I won't blame him if he doesn't want to give it up. There were some nice coins in there. Last call. $12. Brilliant uncirculated. All right, moving on. They were a gift to his mother from his father on their 25th anniversary. There's a 1921 high relief dollar in the set. Nice. That is a great... We were just talking about that. On that being the... basically the key date for the peace dollar set. That's very awesome. Next up, 1965, 5 shilling. BU with some toning. Are the silver dollar coins getting easier to come across? No. I managed to get some because one of my suppliers went to a coin show in Vegas and managed to grab a bunch. The silver craze has not let up yet. So yeah, that's the only reason I have Morgans and peace dollars tonight. And a lot of them went in pre-sale. So I could tell you, for anybody that's hoping for the Carson City, that thing's gone. It went in pre-sale. Ramon bought it. All right, moving on. Roy, you got two of them anyway, so you should be happy. You got those two semi-keyed Ds. Next up, 1967, 5 shillings. This one is a choice BU. 14 bucks. Man, I wish somebody would have given me a gift like that. Man, that is awesome. Hopefully your son appreciated it and understands what he has. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. And if he doesn't understand what it is, make sure you explain it to him. So he understands that, don't just go and spend them or sell them. Or if he's that determined he wants to sell them, make sure he sells them to you. You're happy while you're opening the package? Oh, I'm sure. All right, moving on. On to the 10 shillings now. Got 1957, 10 shilling, 64% silver, AU. 10 bucks. He's a black hole collector? Nice. Do you ever have him watch the stream with you? Let him pick out a couple? Get him involved with the community. You're only up to 110 piece dollars so far. You're slacking. Get it in gear, boy. And you're part of that Peace Dollar Club too, right? All right, moving on. To the 1958 10 shilling. You realize Aaron's not here? Bill Betts isn't here? Man, where is everybody tonight? Who else is in here? I haven't seen Lady Jax. Yeah, didn't you say in one of your videos a while back that you were like a member of a Peace Dollar Club? There's Lady Jax. I was just mentioning you. Talking about everybody that I haven't seen tonight. All right, moving on. Yeah. My pile just fell apart. One sec. Gotta fix my pile. Alright, next up is the 1965 BU. No mistake in the luster on that sucker. 64% silver, BU, 12 bucks. It's got some album toning around the edge of it. This thing's definitely been in an album. Oh yeah, there's clubs out there for pretty much every type of coin collector. Like the Flying Eagle Club that Rick Snow co-founded. And this one's going to Chef. He's working on the Trime again. What, trying to put together a Trime collection? Next up, 1967, 10 shillings. Again, BU, 12 bucks. Yeah, if he's trying to put together a whole Trime collection, he's got an adventure ahead of him, that's for sure. That is a tough collection to put together. Oh, he's trying to pull the date off the one that you got from us. Good luck. There was nothing left of that thing. The only way I could see getting the date off that thing would be if he's got like some kind of a laser scan software that can pick up just like individual micron differences. All right, moving on. We're going to Britain now. And we're almost done with the foreign silver. Kicking off Britain with the 1928 sixpence in fine. 50% silver, 4 bucks. There we go. Now you're looking at it right side up. Going to silver for 4. Congrats, silver. 17.95 drape bust, good, and 17.99 fine drape bust. Was at our local coin shop this morning. Talk about the dollars. You're talking about the drape bust dollars or the pennies? The dollars? Yeah, Rick's got a drape bust dollar in his shop right now. $1941 shilling Britain, 50% silver VF, going for 4 bucks. I think Rick's, if I remember right, I think he has like a 1798. And it's like an AU cleaned. And it's still, even with that, it's like 1,800 bucks. Going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had the money, I would still buy it. Just to be able to say I had it. Alright, last of them. 1945 shilling. VF, 4 bucks. Oh yeah, definitely. I'd love to own one of those someday. And like I know there's a ton of people that love the Peace dollars and the Morgan dollars. This one's going to Chef. But personally, if I get to the point where I can actually get the dollar collection that I want a collection of trade dollars. I like the trade dollars. All right, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with American coins. We got Morgans, we got Peace dollars, we got Standing Liberty quarters. So stay tuned. Plus, I need to grab something to put all this in. Because I don't have my helper tonight. She's down with a migraine. So I've just been putting all the coins that are selling up in a pile on the desk. So I need to get a bin to put those in so I can sort them after the show. I'll be right back. Do I have an empty bin? No, I don't. Alright, I'll figure it out at the end. Okay, I'm back. All right. American coin time. Man, only 6 people on. Really, really slow tonight. All right, kicking off with Standing Liberty quarters. I finally got a hold of some of these. And we're starting off with the 1925 in Very Good for 12. Any takers at 12 bucks? Yeah, I would never try that. That would just scare everybody that is here away. Everybody like, oh God, turn the cameras off. Turn it off. Throw their computer out the window. Oh, by the way, we have 2 of these available. Here's the other one. All right, so we got 1 going to Chef, which leaves 1 available. Anybody want the other one? Oh, wait, Aaron's not here. He's the other big quarter guy. All right, moving on to the 26S in Very Good at 12 bucks. Any takers? Do you have any idea what it's like to wake up the next day and realize you missed a coin auction? I've definitely had a lot of people over the years that have hit me up on like Tuesday and be like, I'm so sorry I didn't make it. I was just telling them it's all good, man. There'll be another one in a week. All right, moving on to the 1926 plain dates. This one's in good condition. Again, going for 12 bucks. And then we've also got another one of these. It's also in good, but it's got some scratches on it. So because of that, it's going for 10 bucks. So it's like right there. It's got a scratch. And then on the right along the wing, there's a scratch. So if you can live with a couple of scratches, you can get it for $2 cheaper. So if you've been, just let me know. I don't have any put together, but if you want some, I can whip some together and just make them mystery bundles. They're always $15 each. Just tell me how many you want. All right, moving on. You want 2 bundles? Yeah, let me put that on here so I remember. 2 15, yeah, 5 Merc dime bundles. $30 for Silver Stinger. Cool. Yep, I'll throw those together tonight and get them in your pack. Alrighty. Now I gotta find my place again. You messed me up. There we go. Alright, next up we got a semi-key date. What year did they stop making francs and silver? Depends on what country. There was like 8 countries that used francs. This is the 1927 S. When you look at it really closely, you'll see that the top of the S is right there. It's tough to see, but it is there. So this one isn't it good and going for $25. Semi-key day to the series. Going to Chef. Grazie. Alright, next one. We got 2 available. One's in very good, one's in good. It is the 27 plain date. The VG is 12. The good is 10. So if you've been, just tell me which grade you want. Here's the VG. And here is the good. Yeah. Any takers on either one? Okay. The French francs, wanted to say I think it was in like the 40s. Hang on. Nope, apparently earlier than that. Because starting in 1940 or in 1941, they were already aluminum. 30s were already aluminum. Now these are all, of course, the 1 francs. The higher denominations might have gone later. Sorry, a little impromptu research here real quick for Mr. Chef. Yeah, the 100 francs and the 40s were still silver. Everything under that, as far as I can tell, let me check the 50s. Or the 50 francs. Oh, it's a banknote. I don't care about banknote. Alright, yeah, I'll have to look it up more later. I'll give you a better explanation later. But yeah, it looks like everything under the 100 francs from the looks of it was way back. But for the 100 francs, at least in, in the 40s, they were still silver. All right, moving on from these. Next up is the 1928 Denver. This one's in fine, going for $12. Getting all sidetracked. Any diggers? Alright, moving on. Next one, we got 2 available. It is the 1928 plain date. Both are VGs. $12 a piece. Any takers? Alright, moving on. To the 1929 San Francisco. Alright, this one, we got this one in fine for $12. And then we've also got one that's in good that has some minor damage to it. So because of that, it's only $9. And that's this one. There's just some minor damage around the edge. But hey, $9 for Standing Liberty quarter. That's a good price any day. Any takers? I guess everybody saw you weren't here and just left. We've been averaging about 6 to 7 people all night.
Oh, you're at 8 now.
Yeah, now you're here. He'll start going up now. Now the people don't just have to look at my ugly mug.
Okay, 7.
All right, moving on.
Sorry. My head's being...
I know, I let them know.
Hi, Cindy.
All right, and then last for the quarters, we've got the 2002 proof quarter set for $5. That's only $1 a coin. You can then take these and sell them for $1.50 each, and you make a $2.50 profit off of it.
Yeah.
And going to Chef.
My head's still bothering me a little bit, but it's not as bad.
All right. Silver dollar time. Starting off with a variety. 1921 Morgan dollar AU with a retained cud.
Thank you.
This one's going for $45. There you go. Retained cud.
No, my head was killing me earlier.
If you can see my pointer, it comes in right here, all the way up around, and then connects back to the edge right there.
Try refreshing because it's green on this side.
Then you got another die crack coming up all the way around here. It connects right there. And comes down right here. So actually it's got 2 retained cuds. This one, I don't believe when I checked it the first time, connects the other side. It comes up right here, runs along.
No. It stops at the U.
Yeah, that one only makes it to the U. And you got more die cracks right there. So this one is definitely end of its run on the the die, that's for sure. So yeah, 2 retained cuds on this sucker.
Yes, they are.
Actually, 1, 2. Does that connect? This might actually be 3. Yeah, because that connects right there, branching off right there. All the way around to the edge right there. So this is actually a triple retained cud. So 3 retained cuds on the obverse on this coin. So let me fix that. There you go. 3 retained cuds, obverse. And there's your reverse again. Just some more die breaks. And this one's going to silver. Congrats, silver. And yeah, silver, you're going to want to look at this when you get it in, because I think that there might actually be retained cuds on the reverse as well. Because that's all die breaks right there.
Got silver.
So you're definitely going to want to look at that thing. All right. Next up, let me get back to the overhead. All right. This is just a run-of-the-mill uncirculated 1921 Morgan. Looking for 45 bucks. No shortage of luster on that beauty. Whoa. Bling. Any takers? This is a gorgeous coin that needs a home. $39 degrees? Where the heck do you live? Oh, wait, you're up in, like Michigan or something. You're up north. So, yeah. Is it still that cold up there? I thought it was warming up already. Last call. All right, moving on to the 1921 San Francisco and BU. Massachusetts, that's what it was. Still north. That's a northern
state.
It's like northeast. Again, and this one is going for 55. 1921 San Francisco. Here's your estimate marker right there. Man, no love for the BU Morgans tonight, huh? Yeah, you got the new 2021s coming out. Not so far. So far, nobody wants to be used. I wouldn't be surprised if the new run actually makes these a little bit more valuable because people will be scrambling to get both. And there's going to be companies buying them up because they're going to make the sets of, oh, here's 100 years of history, the 21 and the 2021 for a low, low price of $300. Yes, I am invoicing you for the Bugs Bunny. We've already got it marked. I just thought of what I didn't mark, though. The other half of Aaron's from last week.
Oh, yeah.
Where are they selling new Morgans? The Philadelphia Mint is doing a 2021 Morgan dollar and Peace dollar that are going to be out in a few weeks. They're going to be like $79 when they come out. Hey, Ramon.
Hi, Ramon.
All right, moving on. So 90% silver, just like they always were. So for anybody who's been a collector for years and years and years of the Morgan and Peace Dollar series, you're finally going to have a brand new coin for the series. All right, next up we got two of these available. These are BU 1922 Peace Dollars. Plain dates. These are going for $40 each. Any takers? Here's your cartwheel. Ah. All right, last one of the silver dollars. This is the 1923 plain date. Also going for 40 bucks. Anybody?
Alright.
All right, moving on. No love for the silver dollars.
Peace dollar.
Next up, got a couple of Ikes. Got the 1971 plain date BU. These were one of the 2 years that were not in the mint sets. So you cannot just go buy a mint set to get a BU 71 Ike. They were circulation only. I just realized I was going to scratch on it. So I'll actually do this one for 4 bucks. I didn't realize that scratch before. So anybody want this one for 4 bucks?
And BR.
Going to Chef for 4. Scratch, Chef. Can you write a little thing on there? Scratch reverse.
Yeah.
All right, and then the other year that was not released in mint sets was the 1972, and this is the plain date type 1. Uncirculated, going for 6. For anybody who doesn't know how to tell the types, you look at the islands up here and the globe. All 3 of them, there's 3 types, and all 3 are different on how the islands look. The type 2 is the big daddy of the Ikes. To get a type 2 uncirculated, you're going to be looking at about 150, 160 bucks.
BR Chef's gonna spin.
Alright. Hopefully you guys can see me. This one's going to be our Chef. Congrats, Chef.
Okay. Yeah, you can see.
Alright, next up, and the last thing on the list. We've got 4 available. These are the 2018 Denver and Philadelphia Brilliant Uncirculated American Innovation dollar sets. And I mean, these sets are Jimmy. These are going for $5 per set. BR Chef wants 2 sets. Oh, I miscounted. There was 5 sets available, not 4. So we've actually got 3 sets available still. Any takers on the other 3? We actually have 5. We had 5 available. I miscounted. Gorgeous sets. Any takers? You want the rest, Chef? Nobody else wants them. Yeah, you'll take them all? Alright, cool. Let me get these all marked on here for you. Alright, was there anything that anybody wanted to see that you missed? Anything you wanted to see again? It's been a slow night, so there's a lot of stuff still available. We've got almost all of the medallions are still available. We got 1 banknote from Mexico still available. A large chunk of the foreign silver, with the exception of the Australias. There's only 2 Australias left. The Israel proof-like mint sets are all still available. Almost all of the Sweden is still available. A good chunk of the Mexico silver is still available. A lot of the Austria. Standing Liberty quarters, a bunch of those are still available. We still got Morgans, peace dollars. So anything that anybody wants to see. Now Cindy wants alien coins. We don't have alien coins.
Right?
We're fresh out.
And Ramon's gonna be the first one to get one. Because he's been asking the longest.
Yeah, Ramon gets first dibs. Alright, anything, anybody?
Alright. I guess not.
Just want to make sure in case there's a delay. Alright, I'm going to take that as a no. So everybody, thanks for coming out.
Have a good night.
Give us a little while to get all of this organized because I didn't have my helper tonight. So it's all just in a pile, so we got to sort it all out and get it into packages. And get invoices out and all that. Alright, we will be back again next week as always. And like I said, I am going to, now that things are kind of calming down a bit, I am going to start trying to get more involved in the community again.
Okay, bud.
And start getting some, some additional content out for the channel. So that I'm doing more than just the sales. Because I've been wanting to do that for the longest time, but every time I finally okay, I can finally start doing it, stuff comes up, we get busy, world decides to be rude and throw a pandemic at me, whatever. But I do still have plans on a lot of stuff I've been wanting to do. So hopefully I'll finally be able to start getting to some of it at least. So alrighty.
Have a good night.
Everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming.
Bye, y'all.
Hopefully we'll have a better turnout. Oh, Ramon now wants to see the Mexican coins.
Oh my gosh.
We're just getting ready to go, and then Ramon's like, nope, you can't leave yet. Come on, what do you think this is? Don't be foolish.
There's all Mexico.
There's the Mexico coins. What do you want? So, these are the sets. These are the 30% silver sets that they did for the 4 years. 1950 through 54. No, 53.
No, it says 54. On here.
Supposed to say 53. That's a typo. So it's actually 1950 through 53. It's the 25 centavos. They're all 30% silver. You're getting all 4 in the set for 15 bucks. And we got 4 sets available. So 15 bucks per set. All the same? Yeah, they're all the same. I mean, grades are going to vary slightly, but for the most part, yeah.
Want any?
You want all 4? 1 to you, 1 to Cindy, 1 to Bo, and 1 to Trent. Alrighty. Got it. Oop, hold on.
No.
Alright. Let me get all that marked down real fast. So 1 to Cindy, 1 to Trent, and 1 to Bo. Alright, and then we've also got, it's just like all out of order, so I gotta figure it all out real quick.
1951.
Alright, we also have some individuals that are $3. Well, this one's $3. This is just the 1951 in extremely fine for $3. Then we got the 52. This one's actually an AU, so this one's $4. And then a 50 in fine, or 53 in fine for $3. So if we would have had one more 1950, it would have been 5 bundles instead of 4. But we were missing that. So if you want any of those, let me know. And then the other Mexico we still have available for coinage is the 1951 peso. So this is the 30% silver, but it's the peso. AU for $8.
And we do have the Mexico dollar.
And then we also have the banknote,
Peso.
which is the 20 pesos.
And send it to Cindy.
This one was $2. The banknote too, or just the coins? I don't know where the insert for that just went. I felt it fall. Oh, it's way over there by the trash can.
Yes.
Banknote too, all right. Marking all that real quick. Was there any other countries you wanted to see, Ramon? We've got Israel.
Colombia.
We got two Australias that are still available. We've got some Sweden. We got one from Colombia. We got some Netherlands, some Austria. That's it.
And then we have the
Well, that's American.
Seated Liberty quarters. Or Standing Liberty quarters. That's what it...
Did you want to see any of those?
Yes, please. Colombia.
Am I gonna be going back through everything? All right. Here's the Columbia. 30% silver hold. 1953. Multiple die cracks reverse. This one was $4.
Bend me.
All right, here's the two Australias. 1955 6 pence, 50% silver and very good is $3. And then 1961 shilling, 50% silver and fine at $4. And I think I might have undergraded that one. So $3, $4.
Yes, no, maybe so.
If anybody else wants to jump on any of these too, just speak up. Anybody can grab them.
Ben Olsen to Chef and Joe. They pick.
Joe, are you even still here?
Yeah. And a chef's still here.
Because I don't have Joe's shipping info, so Ramon just bought you a coin. I'm gonna need your shipping info. And Ramon, you're gonna be covering his shipping, right?
Flip a coin. All right. Chef gets the first one. Joe gets the second one.
All right. Well, hopefully Joe pops up and sees that so that he can email me his shipping info. Otherwise, Ramon, I will send it to you and you can ship it from there. Because I have no way to contact him. I have no contact information whatsoever for him. Okay, which one is what now? The 6 pence is going to Chef, right?
Yes.
And then
Joe, whatever.
Joe V for the other one. Alrighty. Sweden. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to link all these in chat because
There's a lot.
there's a lot. That way you can see the prices and then I'll show them on camera. And you let me know if there's anything you want. Ramon already bought the last banknote. He bought it and gave it to Cindy. Good, you already had it. By the way, if anybody wants all of Sweden, I could also work out a bundle deal. So that's all of them.
No. Oh, wait.
67 kroner EF. Okay. Here's the 66 in VF. You have a huge book in alphabetical order. That's a good idea.
Yes.
That way you can quickly look it up. Here's the 65 VF, 1 kroner. 64. Here's the 63. $62. 54. This one's BU.
And that's why it's $12.
53 and VF. 43 in EF. And then the 50 OR. And that's a VF. So is there anything you want out of Sweden, Ramon? We're figuring that out right now.
7, 9.
All right, so individually it would have been $82. Let me see that real quick. You want the bundle? I'll knock it down to $6 a coin. That'll make it $60. So you're getting $22 off if you take all of them.
I knew he'd do that.
All right, I gotta fix these all on here real quick. Give me a sec.
Congrats, Ramon.
Alrighty. You were gonna say Ben if you didn't. All right, and then the Austrias. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to link them all again. There's the 67 BU. That's the 10 shilling. The 58 AU 10 shilling. And the 65 5 shilling BU. The 64 BU 5 shilling. The 57 AU 10 shilling. I know I'm showing you these a little out of order. Giddy up. And then the choice BU 5 shilling 67. I could do a little bit of a bundle on this one if you want. I could, if you do all of them, but it's not going to be as big as the other one because these are all AUs and BUs. Hang on. Pull all those Swedens back out.
Oh my god. Why?
Bo, do you still want that deal with that Ramon did for the Swedens? Yeah, Bo doesn't want him anymore, Ramon. So you're stuck with him. You already bend him. Yeah, Bo just made sure I didn't have to.
Ow.
So do you want both bundles? Or just one? Let me figure out what I can even do. Alright, so it would have been $70 individually for the Austrias.
Both? Okay.
I can take $10 off.
So 60.
I can make it 60 for this one as well. That makes every coin $10.
Well, he said both bundles, so. Grats, Ramon.
Cool. And then the Netherlands. There's only 3 of them in the Netherlands. 1944 10 cent AU. Is $5. 41 10 cent in EF. He said he wants to see all of the countries, so I'm showing him all the countries. It's $4. And then a 41 in VF for $3. So $3, $4, $5. 3, 4, 5.
That's lost of the country still. besides medallions. No. And 10.
Pass for Ramon. Bo wants to know if we'll do 10 for all. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'll do 10 for you for all three. I just got to figure out a way to label them to make it reflect that. Let's see. We'll go. We'll drop the $5 one to 4 and the $3 one to 2. There we go. That works. Huzzah. Alright, and then the last thing for the foreigns, Ramon, was the 3 sets from Israel. These are the proof-like mint sets. They're all the same year, 1965. They're $5 each. Send the nicest one to Ramon. Okay, that would be the AU 44. You want sent to Ramon. So, $5 each for these. There's 3 available. Cool. All right, you grabbing all 3? One for him, one for Bo, one for Cindy. All right, let me get that marked down. Ramon is like Santa Claus. Alright, Ramon, was there anything of the American coins that you wanted to see or the medallions? That's now all that's left. Which is Morgan's, Peace Dollars, and Standing Liberty Quarters. Is all that's left out of the American. Time to streak in the shower.
Okay. Alright, everyone have a good night now.
And now that Ramon made me actually work.
Give us a bit. And we'll get invoices out. Bo, it's fine. You can pay in the morning.
Oops.
Have a good night, everyone.
You guys can see my little end work here. I'm just finishing, making sure everything is marked in the spaces on the list. All right, awesome.
Night all.
Nickel pick. Oh, you want to see the nickel that I was talking about?
Oh. That's a nickel.
Focus. Okay. 1953, no mint mark, near leaf. And I will show you everything. No mint mark. Very, very BU. 1953. Near leaf is almost touching the denticle. And then on Gradia, which is where you look, it does have the serifs going out. So that's the NFS. And if you, I'll bring it up again here. 1953. God. Give me a sec. Let me switch to browser view. All right, here it is in Coins in Canada. Where'd it go? Far. So 2,210 to 4,880. And then down here when you get into mint state, 3,540, 2,440. And then here's NGC. Which is near leaf, without strap, no mint mark. 3,700 bucks just at MS63. So, yeah, that's the one. And if it was the far leaf, the point of this leaf would be like over here. And this would be almost lined up, the stem of the leaf would be almost lined up with the point of the 5.
Bo wants to know how much.
The offer I gave Ramon is, I told him I gave him 3 offers. I told him I'll either sell it to him for $1,600 or I'll trade it to him to get my Ancients collection back that I had to sell to him when we were struggling, or I'd knock an extra $200 off and give it to him for $1,400 if he will at least give me my Tetradrachm back.
Thinking about it.
So, yeah, that's the one.
Alright. We will get out of here.
But Ramon, at least I was able to go with it and go over everything with you on camera so you can see it is actually the... It is the one.
Night all.
So, all right.
We'll see you all later.
Yep, I'm going to get out of here for real now. Everybody have a great night. If I get the chance, I'll jump on later on in the week and do something or other. Just goof off looking at coins or something.